Hello and welcome to Not Leaving Las Vegas Future News Edition, Las Vegas news from the future. My name is Steven. It is March 19th, 2024, and I'm surprised at what's happened since just a few years ago. By the way, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe. The channel, this news is coming from you from March 19th, 2024. Let's do a Vegas update and news report for today, shall we? I have some notes right here. First of all, tourism has finally rebounded in 2023. The Las Vegas Visitors and Conventions and Visitors Bureau Authority finally came out with numbers. Good work, Vegas. We had 54 million people come to Las Vegas in 2023. That was a rebound after what happened during, of course, 2020, 2021, and 2022. How did we do all this? Well, the casinos, thankfully, after the 2020 incident, installed instant hand sanitizing stations. Now every single exit of a casino, as you probably know if you've been here recently, has instant sanitization machines. They blast you with a combination of hand sanitizer sprayed. I don't know the technology. I mean, it's kind of a nerdy thing and I was trying to understand it, but it's a hand sanitizer UV light combination. Plus the vaccine did help. The vaccine that rolled out mid to late summer of 2020, that did help a lot in fighting what we all had to deal with back in the springtime of 2020. The resorts finally got together and formed the Anti-Resort Fee Alliance. Of course, now the rooms do cost double what they used to and triple in some cases on any regular room night. But that was aided by 2022 and 2023 when they ran specials where rooms were only $25 to $75 a night. I remember the wife and I, we booked back in our anniversary. It was our anniversary, December of 2022, and we stayed at the Wynn and the Penthouse Suite for $75 a night. That was pretty amazing. That, of course, now costs 3 times what it used to cost even pre-craziness days back in 2020. When we all had that terrible thing that spread around the world. You know, the CV that we still can't talk about because of YouTube's monetization policies and deranking policies and draconian ways of looking at what was once a crazy global current event. Paid parking, thankfully, is no more, but of course we all know now, if you've been on the Strip lately, this has a lot to do with the fact that the Strip has been turned into a tourist promenade similar to the Fremont Street experience. Of course, they were unsuccessful in installing a giant canopy over the Strip, but since cars are now largely banned off of the Strip entirely, a lot more people are getting there using public transportation or just using the extended monorail that they finally built in the last 9 months. It was amazing when Steve Wynn teamed up with Richard Branson to help fund that train. The train now goes to all the major casinos. That monorail is doing better than ever. I'm very, very surprised. Cirque has, of course, we all know, reduced their shows to just 3. Michael Jackson 1, the O Show by Cirque du Soleil, and Cirque du Soleil Mystère is the show that seems to refuse to die. What is the draw? What was your favorite Cirque show before they canceled most of them? You tell me in the comments below. Lastly, in terms of transportation, the bullet train from California was incredibly successful once it was finally completed in late 2021. The new bullet train that's going to be running from Denver, Colorado out to Las Vegas looks to be on track for 2026. It's a bit of a larger project, but they're hoping it'll bring people from the central part of the country into the west, into Las Vegas, of course making stops in Salt Lake City, Utah, and there's a talk of it going up to Boise, Idaho, all the way into Canada. So I guess the bullet train worked out. A lot of us were skeptical, but hey, if you can get here from California in only 30 minutes, and you can get here from Denver, Colorado in only an hour and a half, and you don't have to pay that much, and there's no airports involved, isn't that a good thing? The Knights, congratulations to the Golden Knights. I'm actually repping my Raiders today, but the Knights finally won the Cup in 2023 after the NHL resumed play. This, of course, was aided in great deal by the addition of Connor McDavid from the Edmonton Oilers. We will miss the Edmonton Oilers. They had to fold after they couldn't be solvent after the big long NHL closure that we had. Of course, all the sports closed for a long time, and they will be missed. They were a dynasty back in the day, but getting McDavid to the Golden Knights was a great deal. We did end up winning the Stanley Cup, winning over the Ottawa Senators of all things. I never thought I would say those words, but the Toronto Maple Leafs still haven't won a Stanley Cup. I'm sorry. Watch a team as a kid. I'm a Leafs fan, trust me, back in the day. Speaking of the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders made the Super Bowl and won it in 2022. This was, of course, played to entirely, mostly for the first part of the season, empty seats, but they did win in 2022. The 2023 Raiders did not do so well, losing to Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Can somebody explain to me how Tom Brady in 2023 at age 46 was still playing, finally retiring this year, but talking about a comeback on the Jets, of all things? Gosh, Brady, could you give the NFC some love for just a little bit? Of course, the Drew was built. We all remember the Drew, used to be the Fountain Blue. The project was sold after the massive recession that we had to go through to Steve Wynn, and it is now called the Steve. And he's building 3 more towers in hopes to dominate his old company called the Wynn Resorts just down the street. Resorts World was used during the big, huge crisis that we had in 2020 after they put a skin on it and made it into a quarantine hospital. It is now a quite successful hotel. It's basically known for saving a lot of Las Vegas during that time, and it's a pretty crazy situation. And of course, with the advent of 6G networking, after we skipped 5G because it just wasn't working out all that well, live streaming is still prominent, and I am the only blogger that sits here and makes these kinds of videos old-fashioned style here on YouTube. That's your future news coming to you here in Las Vegas from March 19th, 2024. If you like this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the comments below. Tell me what you think about how Vegas has changed in the last several years since we were doing these videos all the way back in 2020. And reflect upon the memories and how things have changed for you in your life. If you guys want to be in the credits of this video, you will click the button and go to the Patreon and be in the credits of the video. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing. Check us out on Facebook and go to the Not Leaving Las Vegas group. My name is Steven. I am not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger, and I appreciate you guys watching this video with me. Thanks again. Bye-bye.